Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Podsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Podsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament, of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Christian Bible in order to put together the prophecy of Israel. This is the actual one I used. And it has taught me many things. Today's episode is a very sad episode for me because it's about COVID-19, or as Isaiah 28:22 states, it is a consumption. Now therefore be ye not mockers, lest your bonds be made strong. For I have heard from the Lord God of hosts a consumption, even determined upon the whole earth. Consumption is what 100 years ago they used to call cancer. And I thought that cancer was a consumption that was to treat. But no. The Christians will tell you that it's one of the four forces of the apocalypse, the plague. And yes, it is. It is a devastating plague that is wiping out a major portion of the human population. It's called consumption because it consumes you. It takes over your lung capacity. It takes over everything. It consumes all of your oxygen. It consumes you. And it is said that it is going to devastate the human population. We are at a bottleneck, as scientists say. The events that are coming in the next 6 months are horrific, people. COVID-19 is far deadlier than you realize. And if it wasn't COVID-19, it would be a similar strain. It's going to decimate us in the next few months, especially here in the United States. There is not going to be a herd immunity anytime soon with this one. And it will take herd immunity pretty much to end it, unless we take drastic measures. And drastic measures is what we're going to take in Zion. But until Zion gets here, and we can properly address this COVID-19 issue, we have no choice but to be devastated by it. Because it has already been set in motion. It has already reached critical mass. I believe that critical mass occurred between the combination of Sturgis and opening the schools. Anyone who believes that it's a good idea for your child to go to a school in person is a fool. Consumption, the consuming of humanity. That's what COVID-19 is. We should all be quarantined right now. And even then, it would still consume a large portion of our population. We have very many dark days ahead of us, my people. The next 6 months are going to be devastating in the amounts of death that is going to occur. This winter, we are facing not a resurgence of COVID-19, but a peak of 19. But along with that will be the regular flu season. And all of the other deaths that occur from all of the other consuming things that we have, like cancer. But the death toll is going to be so overwhelming here in the United States over the course of the next 6 months that, for one thing, the election will be decided because of the horrific amount of deaths. Not because of Trump's attempts to subvert it through the mail system. That's not going to be what destroys him. The simple fact that he encouraged all of his people to run around doing every normal thing they could without wearing a mask. That is what is going to prevent Donald J. Trump from winning re-election. It's not going to be anything that Biden and Harris do. All they gotta do is sit back home and not get COVID and die. That's all they have to do to win this election. Because by the time November gets here, most of Trump's base will have been killed by him through COVID-19. COVID-19 is going to consume the Republican Party because the Republican Party was too stupid to follow the science. So they've been running around all summer without masks, without social distancing, going to restaurants, going to the beach, going to the bar, having little house parties, going to church. All of these things have killed you already. Because guaranteed, if you don't at this moment have COVID-19, there's so much of it spread through the population that literally every time you step out your front door, you're playing Russian roulette with your life. Now, if you wear masks, you reduce your chances. You know how we play Russian roulette? Put a bullet in the chamber, spin the chamber, and hit the trigger? Well, a Republican, a Democrat has 2 bullets in the chamber. A Republican has 4. Just because they're too stupid to wear a mask. And what is that going to do to our economy? What's that going to do to our supply line next year? There are going to be so many deaths this winter that there will not be enough people to properly maintain the supply line next year. So, next year, you're going to be abandoning your cities because there won't be any food to eat there. Because that will be a place of death. That's all the cities will be, is death pits. Because there'll be no food. There'll be no water. There'll be no electricity. There'll be nothing. Because of the simple fact that there won't be enough people to maintain it on a national level. And it's going to be a direct result of the consumption that is COVID-19. And it's already too late, people. The moment Trump opened his stupid, evil mouth and made wearing a mask a political statement, he condemned the Republican Party to death. everyone who is running around acting like everything's fine, like it's okay to stand right in front of somebody and have a conversation without a mask. It's not okay. You're playing Russian roulette with your life with every breath you take right now. If you knew what I knew, you'd be scared. You would be terrified to go out your front door because you would know that there would be death out there in the form of COVID-19. The foreordained consuming of humanity. And it's already too late. At least here in America it is. There are other places throughout the world where they have taken great pains to get this under control. And they will profit from that greatly. They won't have the same devastation that we're having. But the aftermath will be the same, no matter where you are. Everything is breaking down. You will be abandoning your cities. You will not have a choice. You have to go where the food is. And the food is out here in the country. You have to go where the air is breathable. The air is breathable out here in the country. You have to be able. You need fresh air and sunlight. Open spaces to dissipate COVID-19. That's the only way it's going to end. Which is why you're going to end up in your tents. You'll have no place to live because you just abandoned the cities. So you're going to abandon the cities and you're going to come to the country. And that's when the fun begins. Because many of you will come to me. Because I've been telling you all along, hey, look, this is what we need to do. And by the time all of the deaths occur, a lot of people who are opposed to me, who would have occupied the minds of people, they'll be gone. They will have been killed by COVID-19. So, as more and more people die from this horrific consumption that has been decreed upon the earth, my voice will get louder and louder, and my message easier to be heard, because there won't be all of those other messages to get in the way. So I will continue to make these videos, and I will continue to set the foundation for Zion, so that when we do go camping as a nation, we will have everything in order, in its proper place, at its proper time, so that we won't have to be consumed. So stay home and stay safe, my friends. COVID-19 is a killer. May the Great watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Stay safe. Don't go out unless you absolutely have to. I'll see you when you come to the city. Love you. Later, because I'll never say goodbye.